Hello, I chose to do my presentation on law enforcement in the United Kingdom. In the UK, there are 3 legal systems, and those are England and Wales is one, the next is Northern Ireland, and the last is Scotland. Now we'll go over the rankings that they have in their law enforcement systems, and these will be from bottom to top. So, first they have their police constable and sergeant, and like I said, this is at the bottom, so the lowest ranking is their policeman and their sergeant. Up a level is their inspector and chief inspector. Up one more level is the superintendent and chief superintendent. And the highest level is the assistant chief constable, deputy chief constable, and chief constable. So most law enforcement in the UK is carried out by the police constables, and that is similar to what we have here in the United States. And I feel that their duties match what we have in the United States as well. Their responsibilities are the protection of life and property, the preservation of peace in society, and the prevention and detection of criminal offenses. Okay, so in the UK, if you're arrested by a constable, if you're in Scotland, they'll take you to the nearest convenient designated police station or a designated police station in police area in which investigation of the offense will take place. If you're in England and Wales, they'll take you to the nearest convenient police station, so set up a designated one, as we see here in Scotland, it'll just be the nearest police station, or they'll take you to a police station within a sheriffdom in which the investigation of the offense is going to take place. If you're in Northern Ireland, it's going to be the same as we saw for England and Wales. It'll be the nearest convenient designated police station, or a police station in a police area in which investigation of offense is going to take place. Now, if you're detained by a constable, if you're in England and Wales, they will take you to the nearest convenient police station, or police station within the sheriffdom in which investigation is going to take place. Northern Ireland is the same, so we can see England and Wales and Northern Ireland match. And there was no listing for Scotland, but those two are going to be the same result if you're detained by a constable. So arrest without a warrant is defined as offenses committed in other jurisdictions. So if there are offenses committed in other places, one thing that I thought was really interesting was in the United Kingdom, a constable from one jurisdiction has the same powers of arrest as a constable in a different jurisdiction would have. So it doesn't matter whether they are a constable from England and Wales. If they're in Scotland, they still have the exact same powers for arrest that they would have in their legal jurisdiction. And I guess to me that is something that is unique about the United Kingdom, because I always felt like where I grew up, if I saw a police officer from a different neighboring city to mine, I guess I wasn't as nervous. Not that I was a bad driver or anything, but I was from a city called Riverton, and there was a neighboring city called Draper, and I would always see Draper police in Riverton, and I was always wondering what they were doing there, because I always felt like they couldn't arrest me since they weren't from Riverton. But now that I think about it, maybe they could. But I feel like I remember hearing that they definitely didn't have the same legal power that the Riverton police would have But so that's one thing that I definitely thought was interesting about the powers of arrest in the United Kingdom, because it doesn't matter where the constable is at. It's kind of like they can literally travel all of those places no matter where they want. If they're on the job, that they can act in authority, no matter if they're from their legal jurisdiction or not, because it's kind of like all the jurisdictions are legal to them. Alright, so at the beginning we talked about the 3 legal systems that the United Kingdom has, and so within those 3, England and Wales, Northern Ireland, and Scotland, they each have their own police systems. So in Northern Ireland, they have the Police Service of Northern Ireland. Quote that I found on the Police UK website says that the Police Service of Northern Ireland's purpose is to make Northern Ireland safer for everyone through professional, progressive policing. We achieve this goal through policing with the community. This proactive, community-driven approach sees the police and local community working together to identify and solve problems. So, at the head of their police system, they have a chief constable, a deputy chief constable, and an assistant, 3 assistant chief constables that lead them. Also in their leadership group, they have a head of corporate communications, temporary director of finance and support services, the Superintendents Association of Northern Ireland, and a TD assistant chief constable. So that is what makes up the police system in Northern Ireland. Next we go to Scotland. They have their system is called Police Scotland. So they were established on April 1st, 2013, which is a great date, by the way, because April 1st is my birthday. Anyways, so their responsibilities include 28,168 square miles of Scotland. So they police all of that, and it's actually the 2nd largest force in the United Kingdom. They are also led by a chief constable, and the chief constable is supported by a group that's comprised of police officers, police staff, and special constables. And they all work together to deliver the best possible policing service for the people who live in Scotland. There's also a command team of deputy chief constables, assistant chief constables, and directors. Police Scotland says that their purpose is to improve the safety and well-being of people, places, and communities in Scotland. Our focus is on keeping people safe, which is at the heart of everything that we do. And so that's what Police Scotland is made up of. So in Wales, there's actually 4 different police systems. I don't know how to pronounce this one, but their police system safeguards people's living, working, and visiting, and specifically the visiting into the following 4 counties, but I am not even going to pretend like I know how to pronounce those 4, so you probably do. You can just read those. But it's a population of over 488,000 people, and every year they get lots of tourists, so that number is significantly increased each year. But it covers a landmass of over half of Wales, so they police a large area. The next police system that's in Wales is Gwent Police. So these are just neighborhood teams, which is made up of regular police officers and police community support officers. They just police on a ward level, so that one to me when I was researching it kind of seemed like, I mean, obviously they do the same things, but it's kind of smaller scale compared to the other ones. So they also have a North and South Wales Police. North didn't have any information listed on the website I was looking at, but South Wales Police was huge. So it covers 10% of the geographical area of Wales, and it's which is home to 1,225,900 people. which is 42% of the country's population. So South Wales Police is policing a lot of people. So here's my works cited page. I definitely thought it was interesting for sure that no matter where the policemen are, they have the same powers of arrest, and I think it'd be probably easier for me to understand if I was very familiar with the law enforcement police systems of where I'm from, especially, even just the general in the United States. But I'm new to criminal justice, and it's been interesting learning about everything. And yeah, so there's just a little bit about the United Kingdom, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.